Now, an Embu medical superintendent has warned that the death toll could rise further as it is not clear what exactly the poisonous element in the brew was. 99 survivors are still admitted at the Embu General Hospital. Carol Derry has the details.
All George Gashia hoped for when we spoke to him yesterday at Ward 2 of the Embu General Hospital was to regain his eyesight. We were therefore taken aback when we visited the ward again today and found a grieving Susan Karemi, a patient at the same hospital and now a widow. George died at night just hours after we had spoken to him. A Form 3 female student who had also imbibed the killer brew succumbed today at the female ward of the hospital.
Maybe kesho kama huyu si ameanzia asubuhi alianza kusema sioni, tukamuuliza ukweli uoni, akasema aoni.
This baby is oblivious to the goings on around him, having lost his mother, a single mother, to the brew.
Aliadmitiwa na mama yake wakati alikunywa hiyo pombe, so they were brought to the hospital and the mother died, so tumekuja kuchukua mtoto.
On the last count, the death toll in Embu had reached 35 with a total of 99 admissions, some still trickling in, having fallen into a deep slumber after indulging in the toxic drink and regaining consciousness much later. We spoke to the Embu County Commissioner Amos Gadesha, who had attended an urgent security meeting. The commissioner says 4 government officials have lost their jobs. The area chief Titus Mugambi and his assistant Catherine Wanja, the OCS Saprin Otieno and the AP commandant Embu West Frederick Kenywa have all been sent packing.
I went around the whole county speaking specifically about these things, and we agreed on the way forward. And you remember when I was speaking in the baraza, I said the chiefs have said if I get illicit liquor in any location, I sack them. And it is on the basis of this that I'm taking disciplinary measures on these fellows.
These are some of the samples of the killer brew dubbed Kosovo or Kasufuria in some quarters here at the Embu police station. The authorities said they are waiting to take these samples to the government chemist to ascertain just what it is that caused the deaths of so many people while blinding many more.
Because they are suspect samples, we wanted to test whether either they are adulterated with methanol or what other poison it could be.
Relatives of the patients at the hospital lashed out at the doctors for what they termed as inaction. Relatives of a lady who died just minutes before we reached her bed claimed that nothing much was done to save her life.
Nimekuta bado ana breathe. Kini nimekaa hapa hadi saizi nafikiri sasa amepumua yake ya mwisho.
Kwa washughuliki nikisema naumwa ni mgongo, washughuliki wananiambia ni kwanza nilale hiyo kitu itaisha.
Wakati watu walianza kuletwa kwa hii hospitali, we've not been able to save even one life. That is very unfortunate to us as Embu County. We are feeling it and we are saying we want the government to intervene.
However, according to the medical superintendent at the Embu General Hospital, Dr. Gerard Nderito, the symptoms manifesting themselves in the patients indicate that it might not be methanol after all, and it is therefore difficult to know what remedy to use to treat the patients.
We are waiting for the result from the government chemist to see what's this poison, what it is. But we have been assured by the close of business today we should be having that result, and then we shall now have a specific treatment.
We are going to waive the fees of treatment because this problem we don't want to lose our people.
According to Korir, the lady owner of the premises at Shauriako is still at large, but 2 suspects are in custody. Her daughter and one worker.
What we are getting from the first person who died is that he was the one who was mixing methanol with these other brews. So I think the content of methanol was so high that he could not manage to mix to the level that they could be consumed by people.
We are going to take measures that are necessary to ensure that they are safe. And we also want to advise them to keep off taking these illicit liquors because they are the ones which have caused all these deaths.
Carol Derry for KTN in Embu County.
Now from Embu, let's go to Makueni as villagers bury their members in 6 counties. A bar owner in Makueni where 18 people have perished says that the man who supplied him with the killer brew came all the way from Thika. The supplier went into hiding immediately. He confirmed that people had indeed died from the drink called countryman. Sharon Mourning reports.
A dark cloud hangs over Kanthonzwea Center following the deaths of members from the intake of poisonous brew. And at some grieving homesteads, questions and anger over the suppliers of the deadly brew.
Wako nyumbani, hawaoni, hawatembei, hawaongei, mili haina nguvu. Sasa tukaona ni kule kulewa tu. Tukafikiria wataamka. Kule kungojea sasa ni Tuesday morning. Ndio tukasikia, shida imesidi.
Kosovo Bar in Kikome Market, now closed, is where most of those afflicted are said to have taken their sip of death. And right outside the bar we find the stocks of the drink that is now called the killer drink. Countryman. If the number of empty countryman bottles is anything to go by, the brew would appear to be a favorite among locals. Just a few kilometers from Kikome Market is yet another Kosovo bar in Kitise Market. Evidence of heavy drinking all over the ground. Our search for the bar operator leads us to Kanzokea Health Center. John Sakayo also partook of the drink and is receiving treatment for its ill effects.
Kuna mmoja rafiki yangu alikuwa nyumbani akaniambia aoni. Sasa vile aliniambia ndio nikaenda nikaangalia kwa mamboma nikaona ni kweli na wagonjwa. Ndio nikawaambia ndio hospitali hata mimi nikaenda.
Revision which leads to irreversible blindness, epigastric pains and also death in severe cases.
John has since recorded a statement with the police and released on a cash bail of 10,000 shillings. He says his supplier is based in Thika town and that he paid John a visit upon getting news of the deaths.
Walikuja wakaniita wakaniuliza kama kweli watu wamekuwa wanasikia, nikawaambia ndio. Sasa wakazima simu na wakarudi, sijaona tena.
As the question begs on who or what is responsible for the poisonous drinks and whether the killer brews from across the country are from the same source, families here in Makueni grapple with grief over the unfortunate death of their loved ones. Sharon Mourning for KTN in Kikome, Makueni County.